What's happening, y'all? All right, so this is about husbands and wives. Quick little message. I done heard a couple people say that a husband is supposed to love his wife, but the wife is supposed to respect her husband. In other words, basically saying that it's not a requirement of the wife to love her husband, that she's only supposed to respect her husband. Well, that's not true. For one thing, the Bible says that the number one commandment is to love God, and the number two commandment is to love each other. But on top of that, Titus chapter 2 says that the older women are supposed to train the younger women to love their husbands and to love their children. So I just wanted to get that out the way because that's a mistake that I heard a couple people make. I think we need to spread the word. Don't get it twisted. A wife is supposed to love her husband too. Now, what I really wanted to speak on was when it comes to the husband. A husband is required to teach his wife. A husband is required to teach his wife. There are two parts in the Bible, Old Testament and New, that make this clear. In Genesis, I believe it's chapter 3. I believe it's Genesis chapter 3. But you can Google it. The part where Eve, the woman, was talking to the serpent, I believe that's Genesis chapter 3. Now, before that, or it may have been in the same chapter, we know that God explained to Adam that he wasn't supposed to eat the fruit off a certain tree. Well, in the part we never saw where Adam actually talked to Eve about this. We never saw what God talked to Eve about this. We know God told Adam, but when the serpent approached Eve, he approached the woman first. And when he went to the woman, he actually didn't approach the man. He approached the woman. And when he approached the woman, in the Bible, she tells the serpent, we're not supposed to eat of that tree. We're not supposed to eat of the fruit of that tree. So she knew. So somebody told her. And all we know is that God told Adam. So it's safe to assume that Adam must have explained it to her. Now, if you go to 1 Corinthians chapter 14, Paul teaches, he says that it's shameful for a woman to speak in church. And I believe that when he's saying speak in church, I personally believe he means to be the speaker. In other words, the house speaker, the head person. But because later on in another book, he confirms that he does not want a woman to lead. But he teaches in this chapter that a woman, if she has questions, she's supposed to ask her husband at home. So the husband has to be able to teach his wife. So the husband is supposed to be learning his word, studying his word, and being able to teach his wife at home. That's all I got, man. Love y'all. Be blessed. Be watchful.